Hi aspirants, welcome to SRV Weekly Current Affairs for Science and Technology. Today's first topic is going to be about the International Thermonuclear Experimental Reactor, shortly called as the ITER. We know for many years the scientists are struggling to create a fusion nuclear reactor. We have succeeded long back in creating a fusion bomb, an atomic fusion bomb, but we still have not very much succeeded in creating a fusion nuclear reactor because it's too difficult to control it on one side. On the other reason is a high temperatures needed to just initiate a fusion reactor. But on the other hand, this fusion reactor is going to be much more harmless than a fission reactor which we are using currently because it almost has zero pollution. The byproduct of a fusion reactor will be just water, and it's almost a completely clean energy. And this ITER is being built in southern France with the collaboration of 35 countries, which also includes India, which is one of the 7 partners, along with European Union, United States, Russia, Japan, South Korea, and China. This list of countries is really important. And one more information, India is also important. India joined this project in the year 2005. In fusion, a very small amount of raw material, for example deuterium and tritium nuclei, will start to give the reaction, and which can produce a very large amount of energy, and that too in a clean manner. And for this ITER project, on India's side, the Institute of Plasma Research, located in Ahmedabad, a laboratory under the Department of Atomic Energy, is the lead institution. These are crucial information for your prelims examination. The next topic is about mRNA vaccine. India's first homegrown mRNA vaccine has been developed by the Pune-based Genovo Biopharmaceuticals. So this is going to be an important information. Maybe they could ask, Genovo Biopharmaceutical belongs to which country? And it's India's, and it's located in Pune. And talking about this mRNA based vaccines, they belong to a category of nucleic acid vaccines. These vaccines use genetic material from the disease causing virus to trigger an immune response against it. So the questions here are, what category this vaccine belongs to, and whether India has its own vaccine in the mRNA type, and what type of work this vaccine does. Actually, it uses the genetic material. These are the potential important points for a prelims exam. The next topic is about the LASSA virus. The LASSA virus is actually named after a town in Nigeria in Africa. Here it was the first cases were discovered in the year 1969. It is caused by LASSA virus, which is a member of the arenavirus family of viruses. It belongs to arenavirus family. This virus is spread by rats, and particularly mastomys rats are said to have the potential to spread this virus. But something to be noted here is, these viruses do not spread through casual contact, that is from human to human. They do not spread through casual contact such as hugging, shaking hands, and so on. And one more thing is, death rate associated with this disease is very low at 1%. But on the other hand, death rate is higher for certain individuals such as pregnant women in their 3rd trimester. So these are types of questions which are very famous in UPSC, very specific types of question where the death rate is low in this LASSA virus, but at the same time it is high in the case of a pregnant woman, particularly in her 3rd trimester. And this disease is seen in countries such as Sierra Leone, Liberia, Guinea, and Nigeria, of course, where it is endemic. A person can become infected if they come in contact with household items of food that is contaminated with the urine or feces of an infected rat. It can also spread through, but rarely if a person comes in contact with a sick person's infected body fluids, or through mucous membranes such as the eyes, nose, or the mouth. But this is too rare, and that also only through body fluids and not just common contact. And apart from this, person to person transmission is more common in healthcare settings, that is in hospitals. Even so, people don't usually come contagious before symptoms appear and cannot transmit the infection through casual contact. So before the symptoms are there, there's no transmission. This is another good news. The most common complication associated with the disease or this fever is deafness, and this deafness sometimes could become permanent as well. So this is another important point from this topic. The next topic is about quantum key distribution. This is in news recently, but we have already discussed in detail about the quantum key distribution. So I'll just tell about the important information in the news. The rest of the details which we have already covered, those who have not seen, I'll give the link in the description or in the pinned comment, so you can go and look at it. DRDO and IIT Delhi have demonstrated the quantum key distribution link for a distance of over just 100 kilometers. With this success, India has demonstrated indigenous technology of secure key transfer for bootstrapping military grade communication security key. Because in our earlier discussion about this quantum key, we saw that the present way of encryption is vulnerable to attacks from quantum computers. So we have to move towards encryption which is based on quantum key distribution, and now India has also the capability of that, so that we don't have to borrow the technology from any other country. In this quantum key distribution, the two communicating sites will have a random secret keys, and it will be shared between these two sites, and only those who know this secret keys, that is on the two sides, they can use it to encrypt or decrypt the messages, and so it is really very secure. And as a recall, this quantum key distribution works by transmitting millions of polarized light particles, simply photons. So for this type of encryption, photons are used. This thing is a very common information, and all these information are available in our previous discussion. You can find it in the comment. The next topic is about the NFT. I hope you remember we have already discussed about NFT when we discussed about the metaverse concept. And now we are going to discuss certain issues that we had not discussed before and which have been coming in news recently. NFTs are a way to showcase and sell your digital work. Nowadays, you know that most of the artwork are being done digitally as well, and it can also be converted digitally. Recently, there were news on which Amitabh Bachchan's photographs or artworks were sold for very huge amounts using NFT. This NFT is a unique, irreplaceable token that can be used to prove your ownership of digital assets. Your digital asset could be a music, an artwork, sometimes even a tweet or a meme, whatever it is. Anything that can be converted into a digital form can be an NFT. It's so simple. And this can be traded online using a cryptocurrency. This technology was introduced in the year 2015. And this NFT is backed by blockchain technology. So I hope you know how secure it's going to be. For example, let us say if you write a poem, and if you convert it into a digital asset, that is into an NFT. So what you get is a proof of ownership, which is backed by blockchain technology. And now, what is the difference between cryptocurrency versus NFT? We said NFT can be traded using cryptocurrency, and also NFT and cryptocurrency both are backed by blockchain technology. So what is the difference between these two? A cryptocurrency is fungible, while NFT is not fungible. For example, let us say if I have any cryptocurrency. Let us take example of Bitcoin. If I have Bitcoin, the next Bitcoin, the another Bitcoin that I have also will be of the same value. But in the case of NFT, which are not fungible, it means that the value of one NFT is not equal to another. You might draw a art, even I might draw an art, it might be the same thing. You might draw a picture of a mountain, I might draw the same picture, but the value might change. Yours might be too good compared to mine. So the NFT is non-fungible. The values change depending for each and every NFT. So non-fungible means where it is changeable. Fungible is it is not interchangeable. Okay. And now, so what are the cons of this NFT? Is there any problems in this? Recently, NFT scams have been reported, such like emergence of fake marketplaces, unverified sellers, they impersonate real artists, they make copy of the original artwork and sell it over the internet using NFT, and so on are also going on, and we hope very soon this will be fixed, because it is said that NFT is going to be the future for online trading of artwork. The next topic is about cure for HIV. So which is almost a surprise, a happy surprise as well. The one disease that was said that it can never be cured, now it has been cured. A woman in USA has been cured for HIV after receiving a transplant of umbilical cord blood. Now she is the third person in the world and the first woman in the world to be cured from HIV. We all know that HIV destroys the immune cells. The name of the cells is called CD4. This could be a question. The CD4 cells are the ones which respond to any infection. When these cells are destroyed, there is no any response to any infection, so the body is infected by multiple diseases, and that is the stage which we call it as AIDS. And here in this news, this was the first time an umbilical cord blood transplant was successfully carried on a HIV patient. And something very important about this treatment is that this treatment only requires partial matches and not exact matches. So you have the umbilical cord stem cells of some person, and even if it matches partially, it can be used for that person to treat that person. This is something very good news. And what is a cord blood? Cord blood, actually called as umbilical cord blood, it is the blood that remains in the umbilical cord and the placenta after the delivery of a baby. It contains special cells called hematopoietic stem cells. It has special types of cells called as hematopoietic stem cells, and that can be used to treat some types of diseases which cannot be cured in other ways. And what is cord blood banking? Cord blood banking is the process of collecting the cord blood and extracting and cryogenically freezing its stem cells and other cells of the immune system for potential further medical use. So the important word here is they have to be saved in cryogenic temperatures. So they have to be protected in cryogenic temperatures, and that is the issue here. So it is costly. So if you have to save your umbilical cord blood, you have to spend money for that, and which is costly as well. This cord blood banking is recommended as a source of hematopoietic stem cell transplantation for hematological cancers and some other diseases. They can treat diseases like cancer, blood diseases like anemia, some immune system disorders, and so on. And it is 10 times more, it has 10 times more stem cells than the stem cells that are collected from the bone marrow. Nowadays, the stem cell treatments are done by collecting stem cells from the bone marrow, we know that. But this umbilical cord blood, which has the stem cells, it has 10 times more stem cells. And rarely they carry any infections. But this could be a question. The question could be a wrong statement asking cord blood has lot of infections. That is why it is very difficult to use them. So be very careful in a prelims question. And what is the cons in this? The big problem is that these companies which store this cord blood, they advertise largely, but at the same time they charge enormous fee from the parents to preserve these cells. So it has become like only rich people can preserve the umbilical cord blood. We have to wait and see whether the technology becomes even more posh, and so the price goes low. And what are stem cells? Because we know that UPSC is known to ask basic questions whenever some issue is there in the current affairs. Stem cells are body's raw materials actually. The cells from which all other cells with specialized functions are generated. We know we are made of cells. Our heart is made of cells. Our heart is made of heart cells. Brain is made of brain cells. And the parent for all these cells is the stem cells. So under certain conditions in the body or in a laboratory, stem cells divide to form more cells, and these cells are called as daughter cells. These daughter cells either become new stem cells, that is called as self-renewal. Self-renewal is daughter cells become other daughter cells. Or sometimes they become specialized cells, and this process is called differentiation, such as blood cells, brain cells, heart cells, and so on. And something very special and very unique here is no other cell in the body has the natural ability to generate new cell types. So stem cells are very unique and very special. And stem cell therapy or stem cell treatment is a growing technology in the world, and which could be a blessing to many diseases. Stem cell therapy is also known as regenerative medicine. This could be a prelims question. It is also called as regenerative medicine. It promotes the repair response of diseased, dysfunctional or injured tissue using stem cells. And recently we have heard that a new kidney can be grown using stem cells. Cancer can be cured using stem cells. Broken bones can be fixed using stem cells and whatnot. And there is something else called as mesenchymal stem cells. Mesenchymal stem cells are adult stem cells which are different from the embryonic stem cells which we have been talking for so long. So if the question is about mesenchymal stem cells, they are also stem cells, but they belong to an adult. And what about the regulation of law regarding these stem cells? In 2019, the Union Health Ministry notified that new drugs and clinical rules 2019, under this rules, it states that stem cells derived products are to be used as new drugs. They will be called as new drugs. This means that any doctor who uses stem cell therapy needs to take prior permission from the government. This could be an important question in any prelims exam. So this could be a question, that is, if any doctor is going to use stem cell therapy, they have to get prior permission from the government. They can't just do it. And that's it for today. Jai Hind. If you found the video useful, please share it to your friends. Let's learn and grow together, and keep track of your current affairs always. And don't forget to watch all the videos and keep track of the current affairs. And though you watch videos which will help you to know the current affairs, you have to go through the textual data as well to take notes and keep revising the current affairs, which plays an important role in the exams. And all the textual data will be available in our monthly current affairs magazine called as The Catalyst, which can be downloaded from our official website, which the link for which also will be given in the description. Thank you.